there's a lot
I
to
really
take.
struggled to get
Putting
into
is,
putting.
yeah, I think it's definitely a game within a game, and a lot of it's based on feel. But if your club face, you can see there's sort of that back of the putter's flat, the toes up in the air. That's a flatter putter. So now the shaft being more kind of upright here rather than tilted down this way, a much more upright shaft. Club's getting more sort of in your palm there of your hands when you want to try and get it, okay? That's going to help this club now swing back on a slightly more sort of straight line. It's a little bit on the inside there, but as we come through, that putter now is swinging more towards target, okay? Whereas this one, if we watch the club as you go through, sort of swinging, that's kind of swung from kind of there to there, and the face now, look how far that swing's gone over a putt that's, say, 20 foot. So there's a big old sort of swing out to the right there, pushing the ball out to the right there, as you said, and then the club face now is going to twist as a result of that in the hands, and the hands there's quite a bit of an angle. There's quite a bit of an angle there to there. Whereas if we can get your forearms a little bit more kind of in line, it just now becomes this movement here. The second your wrist gets underneath this way, it can now do this. So the pulling, you said your bad putts tended to go left. Your pull wasn't a path issue, it was a face issue. The face was aiming left, partly because the hand was in the grip in the fingers, club was toe up in the air, and again, if you've got a heel and toe weighted putter, if the toe is up, it's now going to encourage that. If the club hits the ground, if this is sort of sitting flat like here rather than flat that way, if the hosel part of the club is on the ground, if that catches a little bit of ground, as it may potentially do, that's going to slow it down and cause that club to turn, isn't it? There's no resistance up here. This has got all that movement to try and do this one. Again, if a club is sort of sitting like this, it's just it kind of naturally wants to sort of rotate over. If you put a club face like this now, there's less rotation required through the swing. So it's getting yourself in a position where you're not going to get the club rotating. And I would say simple little draws to practice. Number one, get the line on the golf ball. Practice that rolling the ball end over end over end to see how that goes. Then get yourself in a position up against a wall. So that'd be kind of a wall there. Get your eye line will be improve obviously over the ball there, that you have it nicely. And then what you would see then now when you swing a golf club, because the wall's there, your club now has to kind of sort of swing towards target, or the skirting ball to just show you whether or not you swung it too far out to the right. So if the ball then goes left, I would say more often than not for you, it's the club face twisting left, and it can often twist left when you start swinging out to the right, kind of almost like counteract each other. So if you can get that sensation, almost like your back of your left hand being a bit weak, it's almost like pulling it through, almost to some regards feeling a bit fadey, because it looked when you're playing these putts here now, almost like sort of a topspin lob draw, like trying to sort of go and do that. Which, like I say, if you had a 20-foot putt and your club face is that far in there, I mean, on a 30, 40, 50 footer, the club's going to be up here, so which is like almost a full swing. You think, well, you won't allow yourself to do that. Therefore, longer putts, you're just going to whack it harder. And on short putts, with that amount of speed on the club, it's just going to be, it's very hard to be that slow and deliberate over a 4-foot putt. If your putt is going out to the right there, it's going to be twicking left and right and all sorts. So a bit more upright with the club, flatter on the ground, okay? And then get some of these clubs on the ground to give you some feedback as to where your putter's travelling back and forth, give you the strike, etc. But you're looking for that left hand being more in the palm, to be sort of pulling it through. Actually using putts with just your left arm. Kind of feel how that left arm wants to swing the golf club rather than being here and then it just wants to flick hook it, you see, and that's the problem. So does that kind of make sense with the sort of setup? Some things to work on there. I think as well.
I used to pick up tennis, you know.
Oh, of course, yeah. We'll look at tennis. You have a hand on your tennis rackets underneath there. It's designed. It's more rotation than tennis.
Especially trying to hit topspin shot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why when you play long game, you tend to draw the ball, because you've got more of that sort of forearm and that rotation is good. The last thing you want to putter though is that sort of sensation. And again, with most tennis shots, you hit the bracket from behind you. Very few shots you'll play the racket from over there, would you? Like cut shots, drop shots, maybe, but more the racket's kind of here and you sort of just whip it through on the inside. So you're more used to hitting a object, i.e. a golf ball or a tennis ball or something, with the stick, the bat, the racket, whatever you're using, from the inside. So therefore it comes on the inside and just flips over, club face closes, the ball goes left. And then the more left you miss putts, the more right you try and swing it. So again, exaggerates the fault still further. So more upright, more in the palms, feel it more in that left hand, kind of leading that club a bit more rather than just stopping and flicking. Okay, if he can kind of do a bit more kind of that sort of sensation, almost doing that, you won't do that, as opposed to just that movement there. Okay, there's a really good drill, actually I'll give that drill in a second, where you actually set up, and I'll stick it on here to remind you so you can, when you get back home, forget. Set yourself up as normal. So when your arms are hanging down here, the gap between your arm and the club, put a golf ball in there. and make some putts. Any wrist hinge or any flick with the wrist, the ball falls out. So you put the club in there, grip it like so, put a golf ball in there. And with this, you'll sort of squeeze the ball out or whatever. So you just keep that basically solid. That's never going to change. Okay. So you keep it all the time rather than doing that. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I'll give that one a go.